So today we are at the McCandless Collection. I am Jason McCandless, one of Herb McCandless's grandsons. Mike is the one who put this together. He is one of Herb's sons, my uncle. And he has put all this together in the matter of about 8 years. So it has been a lot of work getting it to this point, and I'm just gonna show you around a little bit and tell you what all we've done.
Okay, and we said, well, it's Herb McCandless Collection. Tell us a little bit about Herb. What's the story on Herb?
Well, he's granddaddy to me, but he raced back in the day. I guess we'll start there. And we have a lot of his race cars in here.
Drag racer.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
More known for pro stock drag racing. You know, Hemi in a 4-speed. That was what he knew with his eyes closed.
Well, let's see. He went by Mr. 4-speed.
Yes, sir.
There you go, Mr. 4-speed.
And this is his actual 68 Dart that he made payments on in 1968 in order to own.
He was racing it, but still making payments on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all. Well, he had to make the payments. You got to work a job to make the payments.
That was how he made the payments, was racing.
I think he was pretty successful, folks, if you could just look around and see everything, the automobilia in here plus the vehicles. It's just, yeah. But this is the original car.
Yeah, that is his original 68 Dart.
Oh, my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, it has been repainted once.
Right, sure. Right. Okay.
Because it was, I don't know the full history on it as a race car, but it was raced all the way through the years. It never stopped racing even after he sold it at the end of the year.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't have been beat too hard. It's only driven a quarter mile at a time.
You have a point.
It's driven very, very fast a quarter mile at a time. Look at this behemoth under here, folks. Good gracious. Any idea what kind of horsepower? I'm not going to hold you to it because I know you're not going to know every single detail on this, but I wonder what kind of power this thing was putting out. And if any of you guys know that are watching, leave a comment down below, because you know that's not a 3-cylinder turbo.
we should put one of these on a dyno one time. Just
oh my goodness! Then call me, please. I want to be here for that. So he was pretty successful in drag racing, and if you'll notice, now this is his original car, but then later on he became a teammate.
So when he arrived in Burlington, North Carolina,
which is where we're at.
Which is right where we're at. That is where our family grounded its roots in after he moved here. This was the car he showed up in Burlington to, and it was just like it said. This is a clone car. We built it just like it would have been.
Okay.
You know, his name was literally a sticker on the door.
There you go.
Because it was on such a short notice. And, you know, this was the car. He ran Pro Stock. He won the very first U.S. Nationals in Pro Stock.
Oh, wow.
Where Pro Stock was contended.
And any of you folks that don't quite know Sox Martin or this gentleman, Google it. All the rest of you that do know it already, you're already appreciating what you're looking at here. This is a clone car, but there are some originals that we will get to as well, though.
And he drove for Sox Martin for 70, 71, and 72.
Wow.
So.
Look at that.
But once he was here, he wasn't going to move anywhere else.
Okay. Okay. But then we get into some of his other love that he's collected along the way. Like you've got this beautiful, this is a DeSoto? Yeah.
Right, this is a 59 DeSoto Adventurer convertible. When it comes to forward look cars, this is, in my opinion, the pinnacle. This is only 97 of these in this variation were ever built. Only 12 are known to exist. So.
Wow. Now, you guys, if you're a follower or subscriber already to our channel, you know Randy, our friend up in Minnesota, that has several of these as well. And, you know, he has the same carpeting. He always likes to call it Hollywood because it's got the nice sparkle in it and the seats and everything. But he's a big fan also of the forward-look cars. But, yeah, 383, 4-barrel, one of 12 known to exist. Absolutely stunning. Holy cow, DeSoto. Yeah. Oh, okay, now, what? Okay, now this would have been a...
This is a very important car to the collection.
Okay.
It is a, this was, I believe, a Facebook Market purchase. You wouldn't have seen it long before we wrapped it. But
Okay.
Sox Martin actually did have a Cricket, and
Really?
they did all kinds of stuff to it, all kinds of performance modifying things to it.
Because this was a Japanese car, manufactured in Japan, right? A Cricket? Do you know?
God, I don't.
I think
guess I don't
these
know
were.
my Cricket
I
history
think these
very
were,
well.
but yeah, and that's fine. You guys, leave a comment in below. But I think these were because it was sold at Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge dealers.
Correct.
So it's their version, and I think it was an import, but it was part of the early '70s
Right.
gas mileage and fuel economy race. So they were bringing this in to help them with their fuel economy.
And believe me, we wanted to find the one that they had. That was our goal, was to find that one. The problem is you can't hardly find a Cricket in general.
No.
The ones that we did find, you would find about half the car. They would just be rusted away.
Sure.
And so we finally found one that was decent. I can't even remember what we paid for it.
What did they use it for? They didn't drag this.
No, this was just a
Parts car?
a show-off car.
A parts runner car?
Yeah, just to have.
Okay, to give a high school kid, hey, go down to
Right.
Napa and get me a new clutch.
Right, and so I think Mike might have paid $2,000 for it on Facebook Market, and we had a local guy wrap it for us.
Oh, that is so cool. I'm
And-
glad you found it. That's so cool.
So yeah, a few people might have seen it before we wrapped it. It was just a dull green color.
Oh,
and-
sure. That's a cool story. I never knew anything about that. So it's a little bit more behind the scenes of the fame on the track than, they had something as simple.
Well, and this picture here is pretty much the only picture you're going to find of it.
Oh, look at that. So that's how you wrapped it from that
And
picture, too.
that was going down the Chase Road there with the Superbird at Pomona.
Look at that. How about that? Push the 90 cubic inch four-banger to a much improved 16.6 quarter mile. Hey, but they picked up three seconds. Holy cow.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if anybody on your channel knows anything about John Livingston, but they were actually towing this Cricket out to Pomona, and they broke down in Texas. And he ended up driving it the rest of the way to Texas. So,
Wow.
so you can imagine a Cricket is not something you want to drive.
No, I'm
1,500 miles
yeah,
in.
yeah. Back then, that would have been
And-
a little buzzy little car.
And
at
Mr.
65,
Livingston
70.
is he's a few inches taller than me. He's probably 6'3" or 6'4".
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
getting crunched down into this little Cricket and driving it halfway across the country is probably not something he wanted to do.
Wow. Wow. Oh, here we go. We got some others here. We missed the 60 Chrysler F. You've got a few other Ford look here. And I know you guys are seeing all the automobilia and signs along the wall. We'll talk about that too, but I really want to show you the cars right now. This is a 61 300G. This is a letter car, and they went, I can't
They
remember the
went all the way
nomenclature.
from B to L.
B to L, there
That's
you
where
go.
they stopped at. So
There you
B
go.
was in 1956 and L was 1965.
Well, there you go. He knows it, not me. But a 413 Cross Ram and the legendary push button transmission. See it right in here. Which, now a lot of cars have electronic push button transmission to free up all that room for your cup holders.
Right. Or it's a knob.
Yeah, twist knob or push and whatever. So, yeah. Oh, how about that? Okay, so now what is this?
This actually is another original car. So this was actually a car that he raced in 1974.
Whoa.
And
How did he race a convertible?
well, it actually had, I can't remember what it had for a cage, but some of
I
it.
see some, or is that a seatbelt
We'll take
or something?
we'll take a little bit closer look at
Okay.
it, because some of the original
What?
cage.
I know
actually,
early NASCAR they used to race convertibles, so it was just like crazy. Are you serious? But really, this was a drag.
This is a really neat car. So you can actually see where some of the original
Oh, sure.
frame tying, if you want to call it a little bit of a cage, exist.
Well, yeah, because they would have had so much flex.
And I'm not sure, there wasn't a ton of pictures of this car. I'm not sure how much cage would have been in it.
Oh my God! Wow.
But this was the most untouched car that we were able to find. Mike was able to get a hold of it about 2 years ago. It still had the same motor in it, the same transmission in it.
Oh, so she's still numbers matching everything.
Right. Everything
Holy cow.
everything was pretty much just like they left it.
Even Sheila, the dancing girl.
And
I don't know
so-
her name, but
And so we actually had a pretty mild street motor put in it, still 426 Hemi.
okay.
And Jamie Passion, he fixed us up a transmission for us. It's a 5-speed. It's a 4-speed with an overdrive.
Right.
And we actually drive this thing a little bit. You know,
Really?
we take it out to the local cruise-ins, and it is it's an attention grabber for sure. It's a beast to drive.
It is an attention grabber. My gosh, because immediately, I mean, I just lost you. You were talking and I lost you because it was like, wait a minute, it's a convertible. That's not a dragster.
But yeah, and
But look at
we were
that.
trying to figure out what tire to put on it, and you know, there's pretty much only one option. You have to go with a drag radial or something like this. Yeah, all the rest of them have slicks, but
You mean you can't, you don't think Costco carries those?
we wanted to be able to drive it on the street as much as possible.
Holy cow. Wow. That's amazing. Where did you find this one? Do you know? Where?
Well, you know, given the museum and how much it has grown in the last 8 years, it found us, I believe.
Yeah,
And,
I talk to a lot of different collectors and stuff, and once that you get known in the industry that you look for certain or you collect certain, people
Right.
then start to call you, hey, I know a guy, or hey,
Right.
I've got one, or something. So
And-
that was kind of what
and
happened.
it happens all the time.
Okay.
I mean, it's
So now it's to the point where you got to be like, no, we have no more room.
yeah.
I mean, wait a minute, there's some
I,
property out back, I noticed. You can add on to the building.
Yeah, I tell Mike all the time it's time to sell some stuff. It's,
Oh, them's fighting words. Oh, okay, and then we have an
yeah,
Imperial
it's a
over
1959 Imperial.
here. And it is not a Chrysler
it's a pretty
Imperial,
neat
it's
car.
An Imperial.
Well, it's, you know, they're built by Chrysler, really.
Exactly. But so many guys you walk up, oh, that's a beautiful Chrysler Imperial. They'll just stare holes through you. It's an Imperial.
Yeah, pretty much all the parts interchange.
Yeah.
You know, you can pretty well work on them side by side. They have the same motors in them. I mean, they're pretty much all the same. It's just the bodies that were different.
Yep, and the names, the trim pieces,
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've always loved this. This is so cool right here. Definitely forward look. Definitely jet age, airplane age, all that. You know, space age.
And this here is actually a car, if anybody on the channel is going to be at the Savoy Museum in the next few months, it will be on the way there this week. So,
Savoy Museum down in Cartersville, Georgia, and if you get through there, definitely stop. It's worth it. It's a nice museum. They
this is a 58 300D is what it is, 392 Hemi, and it was used in land speed trials. So it raced at El Mirage, it raced at Bonneville.
Wow.
Driven by Norm Thatcher, and
Wow.
here, I'll move this.
So this thing has a land speed record from, look at that.
Slide that out of the way.
Bonneville. Wow. One of two factory stock 300Ds. One of two. That just blows my mind that I'm looking at it and not reading about it, but I actually get to see it. And a lot of your cars are that way in here. They're especially the race cars, the originals. That's it. That's the car, and it's not going to get any different. And it's so rare. So it's fun to see these things in person. And at the end of the video, in the description, we'll put the link to the museum, how to contact them. We'll also tell you where it's located, so you can reach out to them if you're planning a trip through here.
And that was one thing that Mike has always prided himself on collecting these cars, is he wanted not necessarily the most valuable, but the most rare. I mean, you can't replace this. And when we got our hands on it, we had contemplated what to do with it, and just leave it alone. I mean, it's what it is. You know, this is exactly how we bought it. We did not do the first thing to it.
Well, it's really cliche in the industry now, but she is only original once.
Right.
Yeah.
That is very true.
She is. And now,
But he could just imagine going 156
Yes.
miles an hour.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know about the stability of the car with the wings on the back, but I know the engine and the transmission can get it there.
Right.
I'm 100% sure that happened. But you always just wonder about the stability of the older cars like this with their much, much more industrial, agricultural type of suspensions. But you were talking about original, and it's only that way ever once, which is a perfect segue. Oh, we'll get to that in a second then, okay.
Yeah, on how they hauled it to the races. They would load it on the back of a flatbed. And we have digged and digged and digged for pictures of them loading and unloading, and we have not been able to find them. I can only imagine what the ramp setup was.
Well, I wouldn't be disappointed in the fact that you got at least those two. There she sits on the salt flats, so come on. But, talking about that originality, talk about it's only original once, that's a perfect segue into what we've got next.
Right.
Tell me, okay, you got some beautiful cars in here, but did you forget to restore this one, or what's going on?
That one was left as is for a reason. This was the car that my granddad bought and raced in 1965. It is a 65 Plymouth Belvedere A990 trim. Yeah, that was a purpose-built race car.
Factory-built race car.
Factory-built race car, yes.
But this car, I'm not going to touch it, but this is the car.
This is the car, yes. And so when he got done with it, he sold it. Just like they did with every race car. Yeah. They weren't keeping anything.
Well, you got to have money to buy the next one.
Right. And so this car originally was black. It then got a orange and white paint scheme on it.
Sure.
And then the final paint scheme on it was a blue and white paint scheme, which you can reference to at the front when we get to it.
Yeah.
And so the one thing that we had that showed us that it was a car, obviously, was the VIN tags.
Sure.
But more importantly, it started as black, and we actually chipped some paint off so we could see it.
Oh, look at that.
There's orange, and then on top of it, you have the blue. And, I mean, once we found it, we didn't really know what to do with it. We took it to the Carlisle Chrysler Nationals one year and just had it on display. And
really?
That was pretty neat, but at the same time, it's too far gone to do anything with. If you tried to fix it up, I mean, it has so much rust in it from where it just sat outside since 1966. So we reacquired it in 2019, maybe 2020.
And this is how she's going to stay.
This is pretty much it.
But let's look over here. Oh, it's up here yet, right? Let's go.
Yeah, it's at the front right.
So this is the tribute to that car. That car, when it ran, looked, later on, because like you said, it started black. This was it. This is what she looked like. And you were telling me earlier the reason I said, well, why didn't you just do that one? Well, you were 3/4 or mostly done with the tribute of this one completely as you see it here when you found out that one was available. But this is what she would have looked like.
If there was any way to use the real car, we would have, for sure. But, we had already bought the car. We'd had a shop do most of the work to it. And we were within a month of taking delivery. So it was just one of the things, like, let's keep it as the tribute. And that one, we didn't know what we were going to do with it because we didn't, it just kind of is what it is.
But that's cool. That's cool. You've got it. You've got it. The original, and then you have the tribute that show, and it's just amazing.
And we decided, we didn't even clean the windshield on them. You can't even see through.
That's true. I noticed that it was all brown. I wasn't sure.
It still has the bird poop on the windshield from where it sat out in the field.
Oh my goodness! Did the people that owned it know? Did they know that it was Herb's car, or did they know anything about it? They just knew that it was a former drag.
I can't remember. Exactly. Somebody bought it from him. Their intentions were to then turn it into a funny car. So
okay.
That's where the roll cage got added. There was a lot of modifications made sheet metal wise. Because obviously they did not have a roll cage in 1965. That was not any bar in that car was added after he sold it.
Right.
And so they intended on turning it into a funny car, and as you can tell, that never happened.
Wow.
So it just, just sat out and deteriorated after that pretty much.
What did your granddad say about when this thing showed up?
I think he was, when he first heard about it, obviously he was hoping it was in better condition.
Oh, sure.
That's
okay.
for sure.
Okay.
I think he was probably a little sad, seeing it like this,
Yeah.
knowing that, and this was the first Chrysler product he raced.
Okay.
Before that, which we don't really touch on that in this museum,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
before that he was Chevrolet.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it would be really cool to find, his old 409
Oh,
or
man. Wouldn't that be
Nomad
something?
wagon or any of those.
So if you guys know any barn finds out there that his Chevy is sitting at, reach out to the museum here. So I imagine though, I was going to ask if it elicited some good feelings or it was more sad because it's so derelict now, but it must have been a little at least cool to know that it was still existed.
And it's here.
And now that he has it here.
So,
That is so cool. But now you've got another 67 Plymouth. So an RO23, would this have been a purpose-built
yes, sir.
racer as well? Okay. Okay. Mr. 4-Speed.
So and another thing that doesn't get touched on is kind of between this car and this car. I believe that's when him and John Livingston decided they wanted to go funny car racing.
Okay.
And that did not end well. I think
Oh.
it ended with a lot of wasted money and a very tore up race car.
Oh.
And I believe that's when he stepped foot into this car. He decided he didn't want to be a funny car racer anymore.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, now then we come up here. You got the Sox Martin cars, a couple of them. These are originals.
Yes, and this was actually the only factory Hemi car that Sox Martin ever owned. So
Really?
yeah, this was a car that was purchased off the showroom floor. Every car that Sox Martin ever had was either a body in white or a slant six car that got a Hemi shoved in it. And this car is a numbers matching Hemi 4-speed car. And so the class that it ran in was AHRA GT1, and so it was we don't have the right intake and carburetor on it, but it would have been a single 4-barrel carburetor, and there was only a few requirements for the class. I mean, one of them was a single 4-barrel carburetor, one was a 4-speed, and I think won every time they went out with it. I think my granddad was driving 3 of the races. Ronnie drove the other 2. This was just a shared car for them. Buddy Martin, he refers to it as this was their toy car at the shop, because it was a street legal car. I mean, this was it made its rounds throughout the years and ended up in Mike's hands.
Wow. So had Plymouth Chrysler Corp stopped making purpose-made cars like these others over here at that time, or it was just that was Sox Martin's budget to buy one?
Yeah, they transitioned into the body in whites. This was just bought for the GT1 class.
Okay.
Just because it was such a, it had to be a factory car and it had to be a single 4-barrel car. So, to my knowledge, they really didn't do much to this car to make it a race car.
It doesn't look like it. It looks almost stock. I mean, they hung an aftermarket or tack up there.
Right, and that's all the roll cage that would have been in it, just the loop bar behind your head.
It is. It's kind of like go racing on Sunday and take the kids for ice cream on Monday or Saturday, and then Sunday take the yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Then what do we got over here then? Okay.
Well, this is the famous wheel stand picture car. So this is the 72 Demon. This car started as a body in white, where Sox Martin just received a body, and my grandfather and Gail, that used to work at Sox Martin, they turned it into what it is today. And so this actually is the first time they had roll cages. So they had a full-blown roll cage in it, that they built in the Sox Martin shop just a mile up the road here.
Yeah, I remember that.
This car, if you watch the Herb McCandless documentary, you will learn all the things that they did to this car, all the places where they cut on it, the places where they lightened it.
Wow.
This car is truly a work of art, but you will never see it unless it's parked beside another one, and you can see where, oh, okay, this quarter panel doesn't really line up, or that fender doesn't line up.
Oh, really? Okay. Holy cow. Amazing. Amazing, and amazing cars. And I mean, we walk by, but I love the drag cars. I love the story. That's how Herb came to be known,
Right.
and then he kind of turned his passion into collecting all these beautiful forward look cars as well. But then tell me, he's picked up a few signs along the way. I say jokingly as I pan.
Yeah,
and show
so I
you
believe
the,
it was 2018 when Mike purchased his first sign. And
Wait,
we never had signs before that.
well, he's gone on a bender since then.
He did.
Any idea how many you have displayed in here right now?
I know that there is a number. I do not have
Or is that like counting jelly beans in the jar?
Somebody actually did. Somebody actually did count them about a year ago. That way we could have a full inventory of what is in here.
So
I don't even know off the top of my head.
This is 8 years worth of sign collecting. Holy, that's a bender. Yeah.
Yeah. If I had, between this and the front room, like between all the little bottles and everything, I know we haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume it's got to be close to 800 pieces.
I couldn't even judge.
Maybe around there.
Yeah, I couldn't even guess. Holy cow! And you've got the porcelain, you've got the neon, you've got single-sided, double-sided. I love all the old DeSoto.
Yeah, so I think his mission was to get anything and everything that you would have seen at a Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, DeSoto dealership, back then. Whether it means it's a banner, a flag, a neon, a porcelain sign, a plastic sign.
Look at that banner up there, folks. It says, see the sensational new Plymouth that's here now, or the 58 DeSoto over there. Those are banners. So, okay, so it is period also. It's just not Chrysler memorabilia and sign. It's period to the cars
Correct.
that he has in here as well.
Yeah, he does. We don't get out of the forward look area much.
Okay.
Most everything you're going to see starts with 55 and will end around. Now, some of the signs are early. Some of the signs will be, as early as 30s, 40s.
Sure.
But as far as a lot of the stuff is dated. A lot of the banners you look at.
Right.
Anything you would have seen at a dealership or a used car dealership or a service shop.
So that one up there that we're looking at says 58 DeSoto. That is an original banner from a dealer that would have had that up.
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
I love the banners more than anything because I mean they stood the test of time.
Well,
they could have been left anywhere.
My gosh.
They could have dry rotted.
Well, after these were done, they got folded up and shoved into the parts department, and all these years they didn't get thrown away.
And a porcelain sign, as long as it's not shot at or folded over, it's gonna be fine. You can leave it outside. You can leave it in a barn. I mean, it's gonna pretty well hold its color to some degree.
And the neons will be fine. They may break. You can get those restored and whatnot. But
there's people that bend glass.
But then I'm looking at something this big here. Holy cow! How old is that?
Yeah, so this was at a dealership. It was actually in Lynchburg, Virginia. Wow. It was a deal. I don't know if it was a Facebook Market purchase or if it was a word of mouth or what. But we drove to Lynchburg and looked at it. It was inside of a building that used to be a Dodge dealership that closed. I think the story was it closed during World War II.
Okay.
And the building since then has been, 20 different businesses over the years. At the time, it was a thrift store of some degree.
Wow.
And we went and looked at it, and the lady gave us a price for it and said she didn't care to have it on the wall anymore.
So it was still mounted on the
It was
wall,
still
even
right-
through all the iterations of the
right.
other businesses.
Yeah, right where it was left, back when the dealership closed down.
And I'm panning to where you can see the car so you guys get an appreciation for how big that is.
And yeah, so we went and we were trying to figure out a way to take it down. And so this was just me, my brother, and my uncle.
To make sure you didn't ruin it.
Right, we
Yeah.
didn't want to tear it up.
No.
And so the best way we could figure to move it was to actually take razor knives, and it's cut on 3-foot sections.
Okay, yeah.
So it's got 3-foot section
Yep.
boards all the way down.
Yeah.
And so we actually cut between the boards
Yeah,
and
yeah.
took it off piece by piece off the wall. And you can actually see, along some of the cuts where
Right.
there's actually some real vibrant color
Yeah.
under this billboard.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
Wonder what that would have been.
we had talked to a professional because we were interested in removing this billboard and kind of banking on there being something like really vibrant behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
But everybody that looked at it said it wasn't going to be worth it. You were going to damage what was under it trying to remove this one because it's stuck to it.
Wow.
But yeah, there's a lot of orange and red and yellow.
I see that,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, we were.
Oof.
This one, I mean, it's cool, but it's we really would have liked to see what was behind it.
That would be cool.
It is
I wonder
cool
if they've got some type of way of x-raying it or something to see what
Right.
might be under it. So,
But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to get it off the wall and preserve it, and
and then, I mean, just the memorabilia in here. You can come for the cars, but stay for the memorabilia. I dare you to try to stay and read all the signs. I'll put it that way. They may not have that much time in a day for you to hang out in here, but yeah, look at this. This is really cool. All the signs up there. Love the pedal cars. That's cool. Wow.
Yeah, the pedal cars and the fire mites are what the bottom row is. So
Okay.
those would have came with a Briggs & Stratton motor on them.
Oh, is that right?
So they're little 58 DeSotos is what they are. And
With a motor in it.
all right, and you would
Briggs
have
&
seen
Stratton
those.
6B 4-cycle. Wow.
I can't remember. I think they made about 500 of them or so.
Dang, that's a nice interior. It's even got
Yeah.
the Hollywood carpet. Oh my gosh. I want one of those.
And yeah, they gave them to just the top selling dealerships back in the day, and they would do a big promo day, and you could bring your kids out, and I think they would essentially do a raffle for the car.
Oh,
and it
man.
was just to get people to the dealership and
Wow.
just get them interested in it.
Wow. Wow. And then I do see a sign back here that shows their French partnership at one point with Chrysler Simca was their foray into the European market. So
Looks like that one almost got forgotten to hang up. We just kind of shoved it in the back.
I did see another
Oh, there
Simca
is a
somewhere
Simca.
up
Yeah,
here.
there is a Simca sign.
Yeah, I remember
up
seeing
there.
that. So yeah, look at this. Look at the signs. Wow. And he started.
we have another fire mite up there on the top row, a little 58.
Oh yeah.
The bodies were plastic, and so
Not fiberglass, but plastic.
they were not fiberglass.
Oh, oof.
So that is a plastic one,
Yeah.
and that is the skid that we accepted delivery on.
Yep.
And when we tried to remove it from the skid,
Oh.
you can't pick it up. It just tries to break.
Oh, so there
And
she'll
so
sit.
We just said, you know what? We're just going to leave it on the pallet. It
Yeah.
will be preserved.
Yep. Yeah. That she's never going to race again. It'll be one that's just going to sit there. But I mean, man, look at the collection here. What's your square footage of your building? Any idea what you got?
12,000 square feet.
So 12,000 square feet of forward look, drag racing history, and all this amazing memorabilia. Wow. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up. But tell us how we found out more information about. Do you have a website? How do they find you? How do they contact you? I think your days are by appointment only.
Yes, sir.
So it's they will set up an appointment with you if you want to contact them. But tell us where we're at, city, state, and all this,
Right.
and tell them folks how to get a hold of you.
So yeah, we are in Burlington, North Carolina. That is where I was raised. That's where my family grounded its roots in. You can find us on Facebook with the McCandless Collection, and I think we also have a Sox Martin Facebook page, and we have a YouTube page. You can look up McCandless Collection or McCandless Antique Auto. I'm not 100% sure which one it is, but it's one of those two.
Yep.
And, you know, if you're interested in the signs, you know, you could also look up Richmond auctions and you'll see all kinds of this stuff.
Okay.
We post on there frequently. We do auctions all the time. So if you're into this kind of stuff, you know, give it a look. We have a YouTube page over there too where we show people's collections on there. And
Okay. Well, that's it, folks. The Herb McCandless Collection in Burlington, North Carolina. Hit them up. Reach out to them if you're coming through here. Set up an appointment to walk through this place. This is just freaking awesome. I love it. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yep,
Thanks for
no
coming
problem.
down here and meeting me today. I know things
Oh,
are
yeah.
busy as always, but you're getting stuff ready for to send a few cars off to another museum. But
Yep.
I
I
certainly
believe these two are also going to the Savoy Museum.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I have
this-
to look at my list again. I forgot which ones it all was.
Make sure you send in the right one. I know Mary. Mary is one of the docents down there. She's spectacular. She
Right.
walked me through. And she'll know more about these cars before they get there than you'll ever hope to know.
Probably.
She is that
Yep.
good, I'll tell you. She is something else. So, yeah, Herb McCandless Collection, Burlington, North Carolina. Thank you again for
All
your
right,
time.
yep, thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.